And Yangi, I'm trying to make this like not long, to be honest. Also, my mom is like kind of nearby, so I can't be that loud because she's like, we're staying at an Airbnb right now because my orientation starts tomorrow, so I can't be too loud. But yeah. But it's also 11:21 p.m. and I have to be up really early. Like we're leaving tomorrow at 7 for to check in. So and also I was just at camp and like, well, I guess I'll probably talk about that later, but I'm just trying to be quick, so I'm glad that I just talked about that for however long. Anyways, also it's funny because like I took my notes on my phone because I'm not in my room and I didn't really like have the normal notebook I write in. And then I remembered like, because it used to be fine whether I took notes on my phone or on paper, like either way it was fine because I would do the voice recordings and I could like use my phone. But then like right when I was done taking my notes, I realized I like take videos now and upload them to YouTube and I can't like leave the camera or my phone like stops the video. So that was cute. And I was annoyed, but then I realized I could just copy and paste the notes app, like the notes, and email it to myself. So that's what I did. So I have it like on my computer right now, so it's funny. Anyway, so let's just get right into the notes. Oh, your recordings were really fun to listen to. I think like at one point I like fell on the ground laughing. I'm not sure though, but there were definitely times I like laughed out loud listening to your other one. Which, just to preface, because right now I feel like I'm not talking as if your last recordings were fun. I feel like I will not be um seeming like I was in they were really fun, but just know they were really fun listening to way back when. Um Oh, you were talking about how you would like definitely learn Korean like enough to get by, and then you're like also like Tay, like he said like he would date a foreigner if she knew Korean, and like I was dead that you mentioned that because I'd be thinking about that, I feel like frequently, and so like you saying that, I was like, I'm glad like we are the same, like you're right, like that is like the reason to learn Korean, like that, like not to be a translator, but like that is the reason I'm like going to major in Korean actually. So oh, and then you were talking about how our 6 month anniversary is on Father's Day, and you were like Daddy Day, Namjoon Day. It's on Namjoon's Day, and that was like the funniest thing ever. And I'm glad like it just like Namjoon like is the daddiest member of BTS. Like he just is, and Jin is like the second most daddiest member, but like it's like Namjoon, you know. So I was like that was really funny. Oh, and then you were talking about like the Rain song by the Rose, and it's called "She's in the Rain." It's like she's in the rain. You wanna choose the you. You wanna make yourself confused. I mean, it's bad to be whoa, she's in the rain, like that, you know. Oh, and then you were like saying how Sister Terry, one of the songs, like her favorite songs is Dimple, and I was like, I will forever and always respect armies who like that is their favorite song. Like I'm like that is like just like a good song. Like if you're like my favorite song is Dimple, like me too, like mine too. So oh, and then you didn't say this, but you were like starting to say this and you cut yourself off before you said it, but what you were going to say is Jesus and BTS are one and the same until you realized like that sounded like not good, so you didn't say it, but it was like really funny. I was dead at that. Oh, and you're talking about BTS, like if they're going to the military right after you get back, and that would suck. I definitely do agree. And I just really be hoping that they just don't go to the military at all. Like I'm like they should just be exempt. Just personally, that's what I am hoping for. So like I feel like I've been hoping for that for so long, and the fact that they have like kept being like having it delayed, you know, I feel like has made it to where I'm like in denial that they will ever go to the military. And so like if and when like they do end up going, like I feel like I will be in like shock, like in disbelief, like in denial. Anyways, oh, and then you were talking about you're like whenever I get back, I'll be like a baby army again, like finding out all these things. And the way that I'm like, take me with you, like let's be baby armies together because like I feel like I need to restart being an army like a little bit. Like I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like also like to an extent, like I'm like we should like go back and like watch all of their be lives that I have not seen. And you're like, the fact that when I'm gone, like, they've turned into, like, strippers and I've missed it, and you're like, they've been just throwing around their nipples everywhere, and that was, like, funny. Oh, and then you were talking about how you wanted to perm to me before you left, and that was, like, really cute. I was like, man, but how you're still wanting to, and I need to just expect the unexpected, and that was funny. Oh, Seats and BTS lap, I don't know what that is, but it sounds nice. Seats and BTS lap, I don't know what that is, but it sounds nice. Seats and BTS lap, I don't know what that is, but it does sound quite nice, if I do say so myself. Oh, and then you were saying how you felt like your mom wouldn't be fazed by the tongue thing, like, or the, like, us looking at BTS's tongues, and I agree. Like, I also am of the belief that your mom would not be fazed by that. And this is a quote I wrote by you, and you were like, my eyes were just drawn to his extremely thick butt about Jimin, and then, like, afterwards I mentioned how, like, my face was, like, right by his butt, and, like, you saying that just, like, was funny. It just was. I definitely also looked there, like, before I mentioned that, my face was, like, near it. Like, I definitely, like, my eyes did go there at times. Oh, also, I don't think I wrote this down as a note, which is, like, funny. Like, man, because I definitely, like, it was an accident that I was going to, like, I was like, I'm gonna comment about this, but I didn't write it down, so, like, that just confirms to me that there's things that, like, I just forget to write down, so that's, like, funny. But one thing I didn't write down, but I just remembered, is, like, we were talking about his, like, happy trail. It's, like, funny that I whisper happy trail. It's just, like, I don't know, a little scandalous. And how you didn't, like, know what it was, but now you do, and, like, whatever, and, like, and how, like, you also noticed it, and, like, because it's, like, so, like small and, like, hard to notice. Like, it is, like, a fine detail, like, you know. And so, like, the fact that you said you also noticed, like, that just did make me feel good. Like, I was like, I'm glad we are both, like, examining this picture. It just was a little, just, I don't know, it just was nice. Anyways, oh, you were saying how I went on a whole tangent about how I'm the left side, and that was just funny to me. And then, yeah. Oh, and then you were saying, like, you're like, I'd like to make my own shirts about, like, BTS and, like, inside jokes. And then you're like, I'd like to make a shirt that says baby so sexy. And then you're like, I feel like that shirt would not go well, and that was just really funny. You asked if there's uniforms, or if I can wear what I want at the fireworks stand, and I definitely was able to wear what I want. Oh, and then you said, like, you were sad that you missed out on being a One Direction fan, and you felt like being a One Direction fan would have been almost as fun as BTS, and I just wholeheartedly disagree. Like, you said that, and I was shocked. Like, I was like, I am offended. So that's funny. It's funny because, like, I'm, like, a fake Harry Styles stan, but, like, I'm, like, a very much a fake Harry Styles fan. Like, I'm, like, not actually a Harry Styles fan, but, that was just funny. I was like, I don't take this Western propaganda. not in this BTS hailing, household. That's funny. Anyways, all jokes aside. I keep losing my place. Oh, I was talking about how, like, Levi's my only personality trait, and I was like, is it, like, annoying? And you were like, no, and things like that, and I was, like, glad to hear that you were not annoyed by my excessive, Levi simping. And you said, like, you were like, I am marinating, I am being primed right now, and it was, like, really funny. Also, you were saying how, like, I was talking about how I don't like sun, and you're like, I don't like it either, and you're like, the sun is my enemy, and things like that. And I was gonna say, are you wearing sunscreen on your face? Because you are supposed to be wearing, like, people, like, even if you don't even go outside, like, you're supposed to wear sunscreen every day. Like, I wear sunscreen every day, and I'm like, if you are going outside and not wearing sunscreen every day, like, you need to, like, start wearing sunscreen every day. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm like, I should send you sunscreen. because I bet you're not wearing sunscreen every day, and you need, like, the fact that I haven't asked, the fact that I haven't thought about it, like, you need to start wearing sunscreen every single day, like, on your face, but, like, also, if, like, you're wearing short sleeves or something like that, like, you need to be wearing it on your arms, too. I'm, like, very passionate about sunscreen wearing. Like, on my Tinder, like, I put, like, people who wear sunscreen every day, so. Oh, you're talking about the picture of Tay at the thing, and you were like, ascend to heaven, you angel, and I agreed with that sentiment. Oh, the Korean, dang it, I don't, you were like, what Korean did you send in Messenger? And I knew you wouldn't understand, and, like, I didn't really think you would translate. I thought there was a chance, but, like, I wasn't, like, is she, like, she's just gonna translate it. I just sent it because I was just feeling it, wanted to be edgy at the moment, but, so I was like, I'll go back and, like, translate, but I don't have it. It was something along the lines of, like, I don't know. I can just look at it later, and then I'll just send you, like, a voice recording on Messenger and say what it was, but it's like, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. But anyways, um oh, and then you honestly gave me a hand heart, and it was me putting a heart over Levi, and you just didn't realize how you were reacting like that. Like, had me dead. That just did have me dead. Love Levi, my bae. Oh, you were like, is RJ an alpaca or a llama? And he's an alpaca. And also, I am glad you said the thing about RJ, because otherwise I would have totally forgot about this. But at camp, there was this boy, and his name was RJ, and he, like, went onto the stage to, like, tell a story or something like that. And I literally, like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, RJ, you know? And then, like, I saw him, and he literally looked like RJ. Like, he was wearing, like, a red bandana on his head or around his neck, one of the two, and he was wearing, like, a white shirt and white pants, and I was like, he's literally RJ. Like, he is RJ. It was the most shocking thing ever. And then you're talking about the little frog that, like, is Namjoon's character, and then you were like, it kind of reminds me of Sweet Frog. That's a little sad, and that was funny. But the earrings, I don't know if you remember, but the earrings Ruby got me that are, like, the little frog, because, like, it's like Sweet Frog, that's, like, the Sanrio character. It's, like, the same one. So, like, I have, like, earrings of that character that Ruby gave me, because it, like, looked like the Sweet Frog. Oh, and then you were talking about how Tay, like, the twin stars, like, felt right for him, and you were like, I, like, see it, like, it feels right. And then you're like, I feel like he's just both of them. Okay, I'm so glad you said that, because whenever I was doing it, like, I felt like I was, like, fake for, like, giving Tay, like, a, or, like, okay, no, because the thing is, I felt like it fit really well, but part of me felt, like, bad. Like, I was like, am I just, like, giving him, like, a, like, weird, like, irrelevant random one? I'm like, it's two people, like, and I'm just like, he's just one of them. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know, like, I felt, like, kind of bad, and I felt like if, like, other armies saw, like, I would be canceled, because they'd be like, why are you putting Tay as, like, this, you know? But, like, to me, it just, like, made so much sense. And, like, I also kind of felt like he was just both of them. Like, I don't even know why, but I was like, I just felt like he was both of them. And so the fact that you said that, like, I felt validated, like, in, like, a billion ways. Like, I almost explained each of them below the things, but then I didn't. I just sent them. But, like, in my explanation for Tay, like, in my head, I was like, I feel like you could argue on this one, and, like, I'd be like, that's fair. Like, I'm not claiming that I'm 1,000% correct on this one, but, like, it just feels right to me. And so, like, you saying that, it also felt right. Like, I just, like, was validated. Like, I don't know why, but Tay just is, like, both of the twin stars. Like, he just is. Anyways, that's the rant over. Oh, and then you hailed skinny dipping Namjoon, and that just there's a multitude of things that, like, I was gonna say right there, and it was a little overwhelming with all the things that I, like, thought in my head just then to, like, say about that, because I didn't really, like, have an actual reaction that I, like, was planned. I just wrote that down and, like, said it, and there's so many things to say. Like, I was like, I wish I were there for that. I was like, wish I could, like, join him. Like, that would be, like, something. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It just is something. Oh, and then you were talking about the Levi picture, and you said how you laughed at it because it was like he looked like he was, like, struggling working at Starbucks and things like that. And it was funny that you saw it as him struggling, because to me, like, he was, like, blushing and, like, like not like hot, like from like he's like sweating or something. Like it just looked like a blush to me, and like I felt like that was him, like I guess there's like multiple interpretations, so it's funny that you were like he's struggling, because like in my head it was like as if he just saw like a cute customer and was like looking down, and he was like embarrassed, and he was like trying to focus on his work, but he was like annoyed because he's like, why am I like feeling like this? And then he's like blushing and he's like annoyed. Like that's what it looked like to me. And I'm not like, I guess I don't really know, but I feel like that was kind of probably what, like, knowing Levi, I feel like that was probably like what the intention was behind the art. Like I feel like that's like the general conclusion, but I guess I don't actually know. Maybe I just like, that's just how I see Levi, maybe. So I don't really know. But so that's probably also part of the reason why I was like, why are you laughing, like, why, and not melting, because that's like, that's what I like thought about that picture. Anyways, so I'm like, you should go back and like look at it like that and report back to me. Oh, and then also you said how you read the fourth chapter and you liked it, and I was glad, but also you didn't comment about anything, and like I feel like it's fine that you didn't go through the entire thing and like comment and like whatever. Like you can just not do that because that's like too much work, or you can just do it whenever you want when you have just like hours and hours and hours of free time. But you didn't even comment, like, firstly, you didn't even like mention this in this short voice recording, like how I made a whole meme. Like you weren't like, oh haha, the meme you left, like I thought that was so funny. But also like all my Jimin notes, like they're like, especially at the end, like I asked sperm specific questions. Like I was like, this is a question I have for you, and you didn't even answer those questions. So, and then you said like how you scrolled down to like, and then it was like chapter 5 and it was like let's go, and you thought that was like funny, and you're like, oh, like it's just that. So like you scrolled past my questions and my meme and you didn't even comment about those, like on the Google Doc or on like the voice recording. Anyways, so I'm like, you don't need to um like spend hours of your life if you're like busy like commenting all the things right now. But I'm like, you'll like the answers to my questions, like you'll forget, like, because I was like, what are your first impressions? And I'm like, do you even remember your first impressions anymore? Like probably not. But anyways, so that's funny. Oh, and then it's funny because you were like saying how you wanted to like read the next one, and you're like, but don't kill yourself working like so hard or something like that. And it's funny because like you the way you like started it, you're like, I just want to read it, and then you're like, but like I don't know, like, and then you said like don't kill yourself, and like I definitely, and for like working too hard. And it was just funny because when you said don't kill yourself, I thought you were saying like don't kill myself like out of guilt for not like uploading it, and that was just like a funny thing to say. And then you continued it and I was like, oh, like that's what she's saying. But like both times I heard it, like I thought you were gonna just be like don't kill yourself for like out of guilt is what I was thinking, and that was just like a funny thing to say. And then I was like, oh, like both times. Anyways, I feel like that was like an irrelevant comment, but it was just funny to me. Anyways, so we got that all done in 18 minutes. I feel like that is pretty good. I'm like, I should just end it here. Like, I should not talk about anything that's happened. I don't really remember what happened like Monday. Oh, well, so I left for camp. What even? Oh, I guess today's like Sunday. I was gonna be like, what even is today? It's Sunday because I'm recording to you and I have my orientation on Monday. So I left for camp on Wednesday. I hung out with Emily on Tuesday, and I don't remember what I did on Monday. So, but basically, I remember pretty much everything that happened this week because Tuesday I hung out with Emily, Wednesday through Saturday was camp, and then today's Sunday, so like I remember everything that happened. But so on Tuesday, Emily and I were gonna hang out because we realized it was like basically the last time we would hang out this summer, because she's moving to her mobile home for like back in College Station and is gonna stay there. And so yeah, so we were like, because once I get back from orientation, like she's gonna be like gone. So she said like she's actually leaving later than she thought she was, but I'm probably not gonna hang around her because I've just been around so many people in the past few days, and then like this too, like I didn't want to like give her COVID or something, so we're probably like not gonna hang out anyway. So, and then she'll leave well, like by the time it would be like more safer. Anyways, and so we were like, this is like the last time we're gonna hang out, besides like she's coming back from my graduation party, but like before she moves, like, and like that'll be like the last time we hang out, like during the summer, you know. So yeah, so that was kind of crazy. We invited Mia too, because we were gonna like, we were talking about for the summer we wanted to go swimming, because Emily has like a hot tub, like a big one in her backyard, and we were gonna go swimming in the hot tub, and there's like a TV outside, and we were gonna watch Teen Beach Movie while swimming in the hot tub with Mia. And but we hadn't done that because, well, firstly, Emily and I barely hung out this summer, which was so strange because we hung out like every day my senior year. Like, I'm not hung out, but we saw each other every day, and like all day every day we were together, and we didn't like we and also like even though we saw each other all the time, pretty much all we did was like working together, you know. And then like at a certain point we'd be like not like tired of seeing each other, but like we'd see each other so often and we'd just be working, so like we'd want like breaks sometimes. And so we just didn't hang out like a super like often amount, but we hardly hung out this summer. Like we hung out like 4 times this summer, which is kind of shocking. Cause like after graduation, she went on her orientation, and then she was back for like a week, and we hung out like once during that week, and then she went on vacation, and then she got COVID, and then I was working at a fireworks stand, and then oh, and then Andrew was exposed to COVID, so we weren't hanging out. But then when me and Andrew both tested negative, so none of us got it, we hung out like once, and then we hung out like that other day. Like it was just like we were just like really unlucky with like, and then she's like leaving early, you know, and like me going to camp and things. It was just like was unlucky like how the timing worked out, so we didn't get to hang out very much. But anyways, so Tuesday was our last day hanging out, and we invited Mia because we realized we realized on like Monday or something that Tuesday would be our last day to hang out, and we were like, we need to like hang out, and I was like, we need to like invite Mia, like it'll be really last minute, but like this is like now or never. So Mia did end up being able to hang out like after work, so that was nice. But we didn't find out that she could hang out till like pretty much like right after she was about to hang out. So me and Emily, I don't really remember what we did. I think we were like helping me pack for camp. And we might have done something else. And then we picked up Mia and we all went thrifting together. And then I don't remember if I bought anything or not. I think I might have. I don't know. Oh, I bought a shirt, I think. Oh, was that the last time I went thrifting? Anyways, it doesn't matter. And so, and then after that, we went back to Emily's house and we were gonna swim, but like I'd just been really hot that day. Because I'd been out, like, oh, I guess me and Emily went out somewhere earlier before that, because it was like not the first time I was out, but I don't remember what we did. Oh, I think we might have gone to Ham's Orchard. Oh yeah, we went to Ham's Orchard, and and we were in a really silly mood. Like it was like we were just in a really silly mood. Like everything was funny for some reason, and we were both like super chatty and talkative. And we went to Ham's Orchard, and then I remember she said something, because we kept being like, haha, it's like our last day together, like that's kind of funny, and like just kept mentioning it. And then like at one point Emily was like, you know, I feel like us being in like such silly moods is just like us like trauma, like a trauma response, us trying to like block out like the fact that it's our last day hanging out together. And I was like, I like think you're correct about that. Like that just very, very much sounds like that is accurate. Like that probably is why we're both in silly moods right now. And so that was like a funny little realization right there. And we went to Ham's Orchard, and the whole day I very, very much felt like getting deja vu, because it was like me hanging out with like my best friend right before going to summer camp, and then I'm like after that summer camp, like I'm not gonna see them because they're moving, and like going to Ham's Orchard, like the last time like I'm hanging out with them, like we went to Ham's Orchard, like obviously I spent like a day with her, and like we spent like a week together, but like it was just like a very, very, very much deja vu. Like it was just like just like the weirdest thing, honestly. Like, it just was the weirdest thing. And I remember like making a joke to Emily. Like, I was like last summer, like Tana left, and like now like you're leaving, and like who's gonna leave next summer? Like, and I said like I hope like one member of my family dies every year for the next 4 years. Like every summer. But anyways, it just was the weirdest thing. And then Mia came, and so we thrifted, and then we went back to her house, and we were just all kind of like too hot and tired, and I didn't really want to get any more of the sun, like, and like because I knew I'd be getting a lot of it next few days. So I kind of just wanted to stay inside. So then we just ended up chatting the whole time, and then at one point we were like, should we go swim? But then we just decided not to, and we chatted about like a lot of things. I'm gonna tell you this one story. It's like a little bit like wild and things like that, but I'm like, we talked about like a lot of like of funny things. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you this one thing Mia said, because it's just like so funny, but it is kind of wild, so just like brace yourself for that. Oh, my mommy's calling me.